They told you comfort was the goal, that a soft bed, a predictable routine, and a life free from risk was the dream, but they lied. They lied to tame you, because no lion roars behind a fence, no eagle soars from inside a cage, and no man or woman ever touched greatness by staying in the arms of safety. Your comfort zone is not peace, it's a prison, and every day you stay there, the walls close in tighter. This prison has no guards, yet it keeps billions locked inside. It offers no chains, yet it binds your hands, your thoughts, your ambitions. You decorate your cell with entertainment, with distractions, with the illusion of progress, but deep down you know you were made for more. Comfort whispers lies with a gentle voice. Stay here, it's okay. You don't need to chase that dream. You don't need to risk rejection. You don't need to fail. But history is not written by the comfortable. It's written by the mad, the obsessed, the ones who burn with a fire so bright they refuse to settle for ordinary. Look at Edison. He didn't discover the light bulb in comfort. He found it in failure, in frustration, in relentless trial after trial. Lincoln didn't rise from obscurity to the presidency because he played it safe. He was battered by defeat, ridiculed, heartbroken, and still rose. Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. Carnegie started in a dirty boiler room. Ford went broke 5 times, and you're afraid to take the first step because it feels uncomfortable. But belief without vision is fire with no direction. You must see it, the life you were born for. You must picture it with such clarity that your heart pounds and your breath quickens just thinking about it. Vision is the key the greats used to escape mediocrity. Carnegie saw steel cities when others saw dirt. Henry Ford saw a nation on wheels when others still clung to horses. Wright brothers stared at the sky and envisioned flight while the world laughed. What do you see? Do you even allow yourself to imagine freely anymore? Or has the comfort zone dulled your eyes? If you cannot see the life you desire, you cannot build it. And without vision, you'll mistake convenience for success. You'll climb the wrong mountain, then wonder why the view feels empty. You'll follow the crowd instead of forging a path. Vision isn't fantasy. It's your inner compass. It's the sketch before the masterpiece. And the sharper that vision, the more uncomfortable you must be willing to get, because vision demands action. And action requires discipline. Discipline is the hammer that smashes your comfort zone. It's doing what you must, especially when you don't feel like it. While the world sleeps, discipline builds. While the masses distract themselves, discipline sharpens its sword. But discipline is not punishment. It is liberation, because every time you do what's hard, you become what's rare. Every time you choose growth over ease, you break another link in the chain. The undisciplined live reactive lives prisoners of emotion, slaves to impulse. But the disciplined, they walk into storms with calm. They run toward discomfort because they know on the other side of pain is purpose, and purpose, that's the lifeblood of greatness. Purpose is not found, it's decided. It's not handed to you, it's chosen. It's not given in comfort, it's forged in fire. The man who wakes up with a purpose doesn't need motivation, he moves. She doesn't wait for the perfect moment, she creates it. The purpose-driven do not ask for less struggle. They ask for stronger shoulders because they understand the comfort zone is not a place, it's a choice. And every time you honor your purpose over your preferences, you are escaping. Nothing changes until you move, not your mindset, not your circumstances, not your life. You can read all the books. You can meditate, visualize, plan. But without action, you are just decorating your cell. The winners move before they feel ready. They build the wings on the way down. They act in faith, not certainty. Edison didn't wait for permission. He took what he had and moved forward. Lincoln didn't wait until he felt good enough. He stepped into the storm battered but unbroken. You do not need to be fearless, only willing to take that first step. Willing to risk the fall, because the action you take today is the crack in the wall of your comfort zone, and cracks let in light. When you step outside that comfort zone, life doesn't throw you a parade. It throws you chaos, uncertainty, challenge. It tests your will with storms designed to break you, not because it hates you, but because it needs to know who you really are. This is where most run back to the familiar. Back to the predictable, back to the lie, but not you. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about standing tall when hardship finds you. It's looking failure in the eye and saying, I'm still standing, try again. It's refusing to be defined by setbacks and using them as bricks to build a stronger self. Abraham Lincoln lost elections, buried children, and battled depression, but he adapted, he endured, and he led a divided nation with steel in his spine. Adaptability is the companion of resilience. It's the ability to bend without breaking, to pivot when plans shatter, to evolve not as a last resort, but as a lifestyle. The rigid drown in change, the adaptable rise with it. They use it as fuel. They do not fight reality, they forge with it. And every blow you survive outside your comfort zone makes you more dangerous, more focused, more alive. You begin to realize pain is not your enemy. Passivity is the first bars of your prison were built by belief, or rather, by the lack of it. You were not born scared. You were born bold, curious, wild. But then came the conditioning, sit still, don't speak out, be realistic. And piece by piece, brick by brick, you built a mental cage so strong it convinced you that mediocrity was safety and ambition was danger. The world doesn't change when people play it safe. It changes when belief smashes through limitation, when a human being looks in the mirror and says, why not me? Why not now? Why not rise, even when every voice around says shrink? Belief is not a wish, it's not a hope, it's a declaration. It's you standing on shaky ground and saying, I will walk anyway. It's you seeing no light at the end of the tunnel and still moving forward because you are the light. The moment you truly believe, the walls of your comfort zone begin to crumble, because belief creates boldness, and boldness creates action, and action rewrites destiny. Now here's the paradox. You don't grow from getting what you want. You grow from surviving what you didn't think you could, from crawling through discomfort and realizing you're stronger than you thought. And the more you endure, the more you start to appreciate the struggle. Not because you enjoy suffering, but because you recognize its purpose. Gratitude isn't about saying thank you for only the good, it's about saying thank you for everything, because everything is shaping you. Everything is sharpening your edge. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment, it's chiseling a version of you that the comfort zone could never create. Gratitude transforms pain into power. It turns why me into try me. It reclaims ownership over your life. You stop resenting the hard road and you honor it. You start to see that the people who have the most depth are the ones who walked through the deepest valleys. Growth demands discomfort, and gratitude makes the discomfort worth it. Every mistake outside your comfort zone is a masterclass. Every rejection is a redirection. Every failure is feedback. Comfort teaches you nothing. It numbs you. It keeps your mind dull and your soul asleep. But learning, true learning, begins where the easy path ends. It begins the moment you say, I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to learn from everything. The greats never stop learning. Da Vinci, even in his final days, said, I have offended God and mankind because my work did not reach the quality it should have. That is humility in power. That is growth through greatness. And if you want power, real power, you must confront yourself. Your blind spots, your excuses, your patterns, because the man who masters his mind commands his future, and no prison, mental, emotional, or material, can hold the one who has awakened their inner power. So here we are, standing at the edge of your comfort zone, and the unknown stares back. It dares you. It asks you a question only you can answer. Will you choose comfort or will you choose destiny? Because you cannot have both. Comfort is a thief dressed as a friend. It offers you the illusion of safety while stealing the very life you were born to live. But destiny is earned, it is fought for. It is carved into existence by those who choose to feel the fear. And step forward anyway. This is your line in the sand. This is your battlefield. No one is coming to save you. No miracle, no mentor, no map. Just you and the fire inside that refuses to die. Burn the bridges behind you. Refuse to retreat. You have a mind that can move mountains, a heart built for storms, and a soul that will not be silenced. So take the step, break the chains, shatter the illusion, because your comfort zone is a prison. And you were born to be free. Every mistake outside your comfort zone is a master class. Every rejection is a redirection. Every failure is feedback. Comfort teaches you nothing. It numbs you. It keeps your mind dull and your soul asleep. But learning, true learning, begins where the easy path ends. It begins the moment you say, I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to learn from everything. The greats never stopped learning. Da Vinci, even in his final days, said, I have offended God and mankind because my work did not reach the quality it should have. That is humility in power. That is growth through greatness. And if you want power, real power, you must confront yourself. Your blind spots, your excuses, your patterns, because the man who masters his mind commands his future, and no prison, mental, emotional, or material, can hold the one who has awakened their inner power.